want you guys to hear this thing. So good. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a new video. So we have in front of us a 2018 Porsche GT3. This is the 991.2 generation manual 4.0 motor. This thing is absolutely amazing. You guys actually probably have seen this on the channel before. We did pretty much a whole review on this car a few months back. This is actually my good buddy Jeff's GT3. He let me borrow it for the week since we're actually going to be doing a ceramic coating on the car. So it was kind of a deal between us. He said, I'll let you keep the car for a week, enjoy it if you ceramic coat it for me. And that is what we're actually going to be getting done. So he actually just got the entire car re-PPF'd. So we're going to be doing a quick jeweling on the paint, just a quick one-step polish, and then we're going to be doing G-Technic CSL and XO-V5. So I wanted to capture that for you guys and make a little video kind of going over my process and ceramic coating it for you guys. But want to do a little bit of a walk around before we get to cleaning this car up. Since you guys have seen this last, he has made a few changes, but I'll go around and kind of go over everything that he's done. But most recently he did the BBS EO7s. When I had it last, he had the BBS FIRs on, but the EO7s are amazing. Very, very dirty right now, but he actually got them completely rebuilt and recoated to a different color. They're originally gold, but he got them to the beautiful wise gold, which is kind of like a silvery gold, kind of a off gold. So it's a really, really nice combo between, you know, having a gold finish and a silver finish. I really, really enjoy them. So another change that he actually made is the exhaust. This is actually his third exhaust that he's had on this car. First one that you guys saw when I had the car last was the Acro exhaust, which sounded amazing. I love the sound of that thing. Then he went over to the Valvetronic setup, and now he has the ultimate, the Dundon setup. And honestly, this is probably the best setup that you can run in terms of overall practicality, but still being crazy loud at wide open throttle. So he's actually running the street headers, which are catted, and then the loud muffler. This is actually the preferred setup that Matt Morman from Obsessed Garage runs on all his GT3s and GT3 RSs. And I can understand why. It sounds really, really good. The only setup that I haven't heard was the Valvetronic one. He had that on for a very short while. He actually still has it, but I heard it's actually quite a bit louder at wide open throttle from the Acro as well as this. So I'd be very, very curious to hear it. But aside from that, not too much has changed other than the wheels, exhaust, did the PPF. He's actually working on putting rear seats in the back. So as you can see, he's got the rear buckles in. So his kids could go in there. Otherwise, it's just carpet and no one can sit back there. But there's actually a kit you can run to be able to put some back seats back there. So pretty awesome. Most people put a cage, but he's actually going to get some seats in there for his kids, which is awesome. A couple other things that he's got on here is he's got the matrix headlights, the blacked out version, which are really, really nice. Really like the way they look. He had just the normal Xeon headlights, which are chrome, so he changed them out to the matrix ones, which are black and so much better. Clear side markers. He has the DSC controller, which controls suspensions much better than the Porsche management system, which honestly is a huge improvement, a must for any GT car. Inside, he has my favorite shifter, which is the Racing Stratos Alcantara shift knob. I have the same one in my F80 M3. I also have the same one on my STI. He has the numeric shifter. It sounds incredible, feels amazing, so direct. I mean, you can hear it probably in the video of how mechanical that thing sounds. It is so, so good. Also, a new addition is the back bolster balloon inflator. I don't even know what you want to call it, but basically it's just a kind of an air pocket back there, like a bladder, and then you can pump this up and you can have some back bolstering, which is amazing for these carbon bucket seats, because amazing seats, but they don't have enough back support. So he actually had a little pillow made from the same material he has down here, which is from the Carrera T over there that I used to use on my back. But now that he has this, you can just pump it up and release it. It is so much better. I fit so much better in these seats. And honestly, my favorite bucket seats out of any car out there, even over my Recaro pole positions. These things are amazing. A couple other little things here and there, but otherwise that is the majority of the modifications. That is the majority of what he has done to this car. And it is absolutely incredible. I don't think I need to mention about how much I love this car. This is my next car, 100%. I am working on getting one. I have talked to you guys a while about picking one of these up, and I promise you I am working on it. I'm trying to get one of these alongside the F80 M3, so we don't need to get rid of the F80 and kind of have both to be able to enjoy. So I promise that it's coming very, very soon. I am working on it, and I'll let you guys know once I have an update. But for now, we're going to enjoy the 991.2 GT3 that my amazing friend has lent me for the week. And we're going to get this cleaned up for him, ceramic coated and looking beautiful. And I'm looking forward to it because it is very, very dirty, as you can tell by the wheels in the back here. And it's going to clean up really, really nice and look incredible. So I will catch back up with you guys in the garage very, very soon when we start cleaning it up and getting this thing looking great. All right, guys, got the car in the garage, so ready to get started on this detail. I'm not going to do step by step or anything like that. I'll just show you a few clips of getting it done. The main point of this is obviously the ceramic coating, so I'll kind of show you that process more so than all the other steps that I'm going to do. But as I just mentioned, it's just been re-PPF'd, it's been polished and everything underneath. So I'm just going to do a quick once over with Sonak's Perfect Finish and a really soft pad just to kind of jewel it up and make sure there's no surface scratches on the PPF, which there honestly shouldn't be. It might not even be necessary, to be completely honest, but I'm going to go the extra step because this is a good friend of mine. And obviously he's lending me this car to enjoy and everything. So I always like to go above and beyond for my good friends. So we're going to get that done, but I'm going to go ahead and get this washed up first. So what I'm going to do first is just do a basic wash, but I'm going to use Dawn, which is my preferred soap when I am doing a detail, just to kind of strip anything that may be on the paint currently, because obviously you want the paint completely stripped and ready to go before you ceramic coat. So I'm going to go ahead and get that done. I'll get a few clips for you guys, just kind of going around and getting it washed up and cleaned up and everything, and then show you a few clips of getting it polished up and then the ceramics. So this is going to take me a few days. This is not a one-day thing. So let's get started. Finished up in terms of the decon. Got a few little clips here and there, but nothing crazy, just a basic wash. I've done it a million times on the channel and done many videos on it, but just kind of go over it real quick. I cleaned the wheels with Brake Buster, which is what I always use. Works so well. Got it in all the spokes and everything, got them super clean. and they look great. The color on these things are amazing. I've only seen these dirty, so it's nice to see them actually cleaned up and looking good. But in terms of the paint, what I ended up doing was doing my normal Dawn, which I know a lot of people may say, hey, why don't you use something like a Decon soap from Obsessed Garage or something like that, but I just always use Dawn. It works great. It strips everything off, and it's cheap. And plus, I always have it on hand because that is what we use for dishes. So I ended up just foaming down the car, which you guys saw, then just did a basic wash with Dawn. And the paint is definitely completely stripped of anything. After that, I did a quick auto scrub, which is what I always do. I just use the soap from the wash with the Dawn in it. So this is the Nanoskin Auto Scrub Sponge. I love this thing. I've had this thing for years, and it's reusable, which is really nice, much faster than clay. And obviously, since this was PPF'd just recently and everything is pretty darn good in terms of swirling and scratches and marring, it really didn't need much. The passenger fender had a little bit of roughness on it, but that came right off super quick. Otherwise, the car is completely deconned, ready to go. What I typically like to do is I like to do the decon process, the wash, before I do my detail and polishing and ceramic coating the day before. Reason being is that it allows time for the paint and all the cracks and crevices to dry. There's nothing worse than starting to polish a car and then there's some wet areas and then it gets on the pad and it slings it everywhere. It's terrible. So I always do it the night before, let it dry out. It's very warm here right now in New Jersey. Obviously I use the leaf blower and getting all the cracks and everything, so I got most of the residual off, but there's always a little bit left over that I like to kind of wait a day at least. So we're going to start with the one-step polish, go over the car kind of quickly, nothing crazy. Going to be hard to see with white paint, but there is legitimately no scratches, no swirling, no marring, nothing on the paint. It is pretty darn perfect. As I was washing it, I was going over each panel with my hand and kind of going over it with a light and everything to see if there was any kind of defects that I can correct or anything. But then again, it's PPF. It's not going to correct that much either way. But the paint is perfect. Everything is looking good. So it's going to be a pretty easy ceramic coating, pretty easy polishing. All right, guys, we are going to get started on the polish. I am just using Sonax Perfect Finish. This is kind of my recommended and go-to polish just for a very simple jeweling, as I like to call it. You know, we're not going for any crazy correction because honestly it doesn't need it. The paint PPF is in perfect shape. There's really no areas that require crazy amount of tension or anything with a stronger compound like Jescar polishing compound or even a more aggressive pad. I'm just using a Rupes yellow pad. I was going to use a white, but I'm just going to use yellow to kind of cut through anything that may have some surface scratches, but honestly there's really nothing to really address. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on the hood, since that is the largest panel on the entire car. I'm going to get that knocked out and I'm going to move my way around the car. I'll probably just show you one section of the hood because it's going to be the same process throughout the whole thing, and then we can finally get on to the actual ceramic coating. But I just want to get this part done. It's going to take me a few hours, and I just want to get it finished up so we can get on to the best part, the ceramic. So all right, guys, so it is actually the following day. We got all the paint, all the PPF corrected. As I mentioned, there wasn't much that needed to be done. So we got some crystal serum light right here and also the XOV5 ready to roll. I got my little pads and applicators and everything. Now, when you ceramic coat, you want to stay as organized as possible. So the best thing to do is go in 2x2 sections. You don't want to do the entire hood because you can miss a spot, get high and low spots and everything. So you want to be very, very organized. So this is probably going to be broken down into 6 sections. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The roof, probably 4 sections. It's a little bit smaller, so probably 1, 2, 3, and 4. And everything else will probably be broken down into a few more. But stay nice and organized. Do a 2x2 section. Wait for it to kind of haze up a little bit. And wipe it off. Super, super simple. Don't be intimidated by ceramic coating. As long as you kind of have the gist of it and you get the idea, it's very, very easy to do. All right, so here's my applicator. Got some CSL in here. You just want to kind of coat the whole area and just be nice and even about it. So you just want to go in a cross-hatch pattern. Make sure you got nice even coverage. And with all the lights here, I can easily see where I am, how it reflects. But that's it. I don't know if you can see it on camera, a little bit of the haze. Just make sure it's nice and even in the section that you're doing. Let it haze up a little bit and simply wipe off. It is that easy. Now I think the hardest part about doing this is wiping it off, because you want to make sure you get it all off. You don't want to miss anything, because if you do, you'll have a high spot and it's kind of hard to get off. So make sure you do a good wipe down. Also, I know you should be wearing gloves. I don't have any left, so I'm just obviously going to be very careful, but using the applicator kind of keeps your hands away from the ceramic. But yeah, it feels really, really good. And that is it. So now I'm going to move into this section. Go up to the Porsche crest here. I'm going to stay off the fender and bumper, because I'm going to do those at a separate time. Again, just stay nice and consistent and organized so you don't miss any spots. And it's okay to overlap the section that you just did. I typically like to go over a little bit just so I don't miss any areas. But it is that simple. And my favorite part of the ceramic coating is doing the XOV5. It comes off like it's butter when you wipe it off. It's the best feeling. And it's also the last step. So there we go. I'm going to go ahead and wipe this down. It is looking mighty good. All right, guys, CSL has been applied. It says in the instructions to wait 1 to 2 hours. I usually wait the full 2, just so it can fully cure and kind of get ready for the next layer. Now, keep in mind, when you do ceramic coat, you want to keep the car or whatever that you're ceramic coating out of the elements, basically out of the rain, for at least 12 hours. I like to wait 24 hours for it to fully cure. In the summer right now, it is incredibly hot, 80s, 90s, and it's very warm in the garage, so it can definitely speed up the process. But I always like to wait at least 24 hours to bring the car out in any type of weather, whether it's sunny, anything. I just like to leave it in the garage for 24 hours. A little bit overkill, but that is what I like to do, especially for the amount of work that you put into kind of getting it to this point. A full 24 hours is not going to hurt anything, and honestly, it just makes it even better. So, as the CSL cures, it is going to bring out the depth more and more. After XOV5, when it fully cures, it's insane the amount of gloss that this pulls out. I mean, even you can tell right now, just with the about 45 minutes or so that I have been waiting since I finished CSL, it is just totally starting to pop. I mean, you can tell back on the fender here, the car looks insane in person. So I'm going to wait the full 2 hours. So I got about 1 hour 15 left before I jump on to the XOV5. and then it'll sit in here fully cure for the next 24 hours. But car is looking insane. Love working on this car. It is nice and small, so you're not overwhelmed with the amount of paint and panels that you have to do. So I do not mind doing a coating on this car or detailing it or anything. I would do this all the time. My favorite car in the world. And obviously it's turning out amazing. So I'll catch back with you guys in a little bit, about an hour and a half or so, hour 15, when I'm starting to apply the XOV5. Same exact process. Put it on, wait till the haze over, wipe it off, go in 2x2 sections and work your way around the car, and then you're done. So in terms of how much I actually used, this bottle was a little under half, so it was probably about here or so. So we used the rest of that to finish up or completely coat the GT3. So this bottle, the smaller one, you can get a larger one. I've done about 3 or 4 cars with this. You know, smaller cars, my F80, this car, a couple others, I believe. But it lasts quite some time, so you know you're getting your money's worth. It's not like one bottle is one car. Obviously, it depends on the size of the car, but so half a bottle of this will completely coat the car very, very evenly, very well, and you have some left over. So don't think that when you buy this, you know, it's only for one application. It can do several. Last step of the entire process, we are jumping on to XOV5. So got a new applicator ready to go. Same exact process. Work in 2x2 sections. Go in a cross-hatch pattern to make sure everything's nice and even, and simply just wipe off once it starts to kind of rainbow and haze, which is, you know, a few seconds. You don't have to let it sit for a while or anything, but very simple, very easy. I'm gonna go ahead and get this knocked out. The garage is pretty warm, so I'm gonna throw the fans on, so I'm probably not gonna get too much footage because it's gonna be pretty loud in here with the fans. Guys, car is completely finished up. XOV5 completely coated, looks insane. Great thing about this coating, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, is that as it cures, the overall depth of the paint gets glossier and glossier and deeper, and it's going to be curing over the next 12 plus hours in the actually a full day, 24 hours in the garage. So it's going to be insane. Hopefully I can get some exterior shots once it's fully cured and the weather's okay and I can take it out, but it looks wild in here with the lights. So happy with how everything turned out. The paint is in perfect shape. As I mentioned, PPF was just done, so there's really no areas that was, you know, really needed a ton of attention. And it was actually a fairly decently quick detail for me, although it took 3 days for me to complete this, decent amount of hours getting this done. But compared to my other details and paint corrections and ceramic coatings, this was a pretty straightforward process. But I'm gonna wrap it up here for now. I'll catch back up with you guys either tomorrow or the next day when we can take this thing out, at least outside in the driveway or something, and get you some exterior shots. But man, oh man, turned out amazing. I ended up using the remaining of the XOV5 that I got here. A little bit left, barely, but not enough to do pretty much anything. So I'll catch back up with you guys at a later date once everything is cured and we can see how amazing this thing turned out. All right guys, here she is, the final look. This thing looks incredible. Kind of hard to see with the sun kind of obviously blaring right on white, but it is so good. The overall depth of the paint is nuts. This car gets better and better every single time I drive it, and let alone obviously get some time to clean it up, detail it, ceramic coat it. It just looks gnarly. Sounds amazing, feels amazing, and such an experience driving this car. I absolutely love it. I know I've talked about getting one for a long time, and I promise you I am working on it, and I am hopefully gonna be a 911 GT3 owner in the near future. But I'm doing my best to see if we can keep the F80 and add a GT3 alongside the stable. But the car turned out amazing. Once again, huge shout out to Jeff for allowing me to hang on to this for the week and drive it, enjoy it, detail it, have fun with it. He has my F80. He took some cool videos and everything up on the lift, and he actually checked out the underside of the car, make sure all the exhaust bolts and everything were nice and tight and everything looked good, and the car looks great. But yeah, so I'm actually going to drop the car off with Jeff right now. I figured I would just get you a quick exterior shot of the car after we did all that work. If you guys are interested in ceramic coating your car, polishing, correcting, whatever it is that you want to do. I'll leave everything that I used in this video in the description so you can pick up everything, so you can have your car, your GT3, whatever car you may have, looking like this. Once again, huge shout out to Jeff. Thank you so much. If you guys have any questions at all about the car, the detail, or anything else, please leave them in the comments below. We'll be jumping right back onto the F80 M3. Got a few mods sitting in the garage. We're gonna get that done. But in the meantime, keep it clean, keep it simple, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.